Hi there, this is from our Global Learning Project video log 2. Once again, I interacted with a girl named Devna. She is from New Delhi, India, which is pretty far from where I'm from. I'm actually from right around here, from East Lansing. I'm from DeWitt, Michigan, going to St. John's schools, but pretty close. We're like right here, about 20 minutes away from me actually. So I get to it, our first interaction. I picked her up and brought her to my apartment, and we made goulash is one of my dishes from my childhood. That's the reason I picked it. We just kind of talked afterwards and kind of ate dinner and different things. Um, she actually ended up liking the goulash. It was really neat. She said she liked it. My thoughts and feelings were pretty much the same throughout the whole interaction. I was definitely really nervous at first, especially when I went to go pick her up. I guess the nerves because I never met her before, so it was really hard to distinguish who she was when everybody was kind of walking towards the street towards me. Kind of stereotype as I had to think of an Indian woman, but I didn't really have anything to go off from, so it was a little difficult, but we actually found each other. Definitely also very nervous when she tried the food because I was afraid she wasn't gonna like it. And food is based, and then I asked her what was her type of favorite food, where she came from Indian food. She told me it was a lot of gravy and spices. That was kind of surprising. I thought it was more spicy and no gravy, I guess. Something different. And then I asked her if she missed her home food or Indian food or comfort food because she's doesn't get it as often. She said she liked to change it up, try something different every now and then. She goes back to it sometimes because you get that homesick feeling, you want it. And then later on we talked a little bit more about the details about her religion and stuff. I asked specifically if she had a religion, if she associated with any around East Lansing since she misses the one at home. I thought of definitely Hinduism or Buddhism when it came to Indian. She replied with no. She doesn't really believe in those. That wasn't her religion. And she said she didn't really practice any, honestly, which I was surprised since India, another stereotype, you thought they did certain religions and stuff like that. I guess I got the most positive emotion the night when she actually tried the food I made her. I didn't want her to feel uncomfortable if she didn't like it, she wanted to spit it out, and I felt bad because I wouldn't know what to do. She probably didn't know either, so it was definitely a sign of relief when she liked it. She actually asked for more, so it was definitely a nice spot. I don't really know if there's any negative emotions either. There's no letdowns in information. It was really nice just learning a lot about her. Maybe the worst part when she actually had to leave because I didn't really get to talk much about more things that I wanted to, but she had to go, I guess. The most surprising thing that came to me is that she could eat meat. I thought when you're from India, you couldn't have beef because you thought cows are sacred. That's what I heard a lot from different people, so I was kind of expecting that, honestly. But in her culture, she can actually eat it, which was the most surprising I've ever heard, honestly. Also, I was very surprised when it came to the type of food she ate. Once again, she had gravies and spices, and when I thought about it, I thought it'd be a lot of spicy food and that's about it, because when you see the TV shows, they always Indian food oh, it's hot and things like that, and so that kind of took me back a little bit too, and maybe I'll actually like it. And then another thing that surprises me is there's a lot of differences across the country of India. Her roommate is also from India, so we kind of spoke a little bit about that and her views as well. They consider cows sacred there, so I guess there's a difference as well. They have more religious beliefs, and they also have different views and beliefs as well. I guess I kind of learned if you're from the same country, you'll have different beliefs, no matter where you're at. Didn't really think about that. Yes, the United States has that as well. Throughout the whole interaction, I guess there was a couple places that accommodated, but not a big accommodation as well. I guess Devna really accommodated when she was eating new food she's never had again and actually liking it, because it was part of my culture. I didn't exactly accommodate, but I definitely changed my views on different things. I stereotyped her based on she was from India, thought she couldn't eat meat, but that whole view was basically gone in 2 seconds when she told me she can have beef. Overall, it wasn't awkward at all. There was no lull moments when we were talking. Very easy to talk to, which I was kind of nervous about as well, because being from a different country, would I be able to understand her? So it felt a lot better when words came out of her mouth. I'm like, oh, I know those words. But it wasn't awkward. We never ran out of things to talk about, which was cool. I still can't wait to learn more about all like her different traditions and beliefs they celebrate, because I want to know what's the difference from here and there. Like, do they have it just on different days or stuff like that? So that's kind of cool. And I'm also very super excited for our next little date. We're going to an Indian restaurant, kind of outskirts of campus actually, and kind of want to try something new, but not too spicy. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait till more stereotypes get broken, because I think that's neat what we actually think and what is actually going on. I think that's it. Thanks.